Hi guys, welcome to episode 34, I think, of Mandy Pinecone Crafts. Today is Sunday, June 30th, 2017. I hope everybody's had a good 2 weeks since I recorded last. I know there was some audio issues with background noise on my last video. I just didn't pick up on it until I uploaded it and then just never had time to record. So I'm sorry about that. It's been a busy week here. I just got back from a trip to Florida early this morning. So there was a lot of crafting and shopping down there. So let's get started. I've got an FO. My FO is my Campsite Cardigan by Alicia Plummer. This is out of Malabrigo Arroyo in the Palmo color, I think. So I was on the cuff of the first sleeve, and then I finished the second sleeve Friday night going to dinner so I could wear it to dinner. And it is gen finished, blocked. It got blocked this morning, and I am glad I didn't do the full repeat of the last chart because it grew about 2.5 inches by blocking. So instead of the top of my butt is hitting just below my butt, but I love how it fits. I really like how it turned out. So, and now I want to knit her her pullover, which is the same patterning. This was knit on US 8s for the bottom two charts of the body, 7s for most everything else, and then 5s for the ribbing. So there is that. I also cast on my project that I'm doing for the Canada cowl that's put on by the Canadian knitter Sarah. I am knitting the lace screech owl hat, and I don't remember the designer. I don't have the pattern in front of me, but I've got the ribbing and then half a chart repeat done. And this is on size 2s and 3s, and this is out of Yarn Enabler, her fingering, and it's called Eye Flower. That was just sitting around my in-laws when I could, because it's not a pattern that I can do and talk at the same time. And then my stitch markers are actually Canadian themed. So I've got a moose, the Canada, a Mountie, the Canadian flag, and the Parliament building. And it's living in my teacup bag that I made for using this fabric for everybody that went to Tanya's wedding. So there's that. The other thing that I actually worked on is a pair of leg warmers. This was my car knitting because there was a couple days of travel. So, and this is out of Cupcake Yarns, her pastel color, which was her June Disney Club. And then I am using actually the Running Through pattern by Brandy Miller for just a little bit of patterning. I am almost halfway done the first one. This is 52 stitches, I think. And this is living in a cow Knot Bag by Sue of the Tangled Skein. And so, cupcake yarns. And then I started a new cross stitch the night before we left, just so I could have something to take with me to actually work on, because you gotta pack a little bit of everything. So I started my We Do Disney. So it's gonna it actually has a bunch of sayings. This is about halfway. This is the bottom of the first page, or first 2 pages, the top half. And this is on Pixar This Plus 18 count in Sprite. And then I've got needle minders from No Name Needle Minders on Etsy, which is this Disney or Mickey eared Snow White, Cinderella's castle that my friend Brandy made me. These are 2 new ones that I've got, which is an M, and then This Is How We Roll with Sushi, and then I've got the Disney Princess. These came from Everyday Needle Minders on Etsy, and then this is, I'm not sure where I ended up with this one, but it's the Disney Princesses putting out Disney. So I started, the first night I think I got like the first piece of Keep Here, which is the center, and then I was able to get Why We Just Keep Swimming, We Whistle While You Work, This Will Say, and a little bit of pixie dust, and I don't remember what the up here actually says, but it is out of with DMC. Which color is it? Um, 38995. One of their new colors. I didn't want to do, it's charted for black, but I didn't want to do black. I like the combination of the pink, because this, and the gray. So this has been a quick, fun stitch. So there's that. And the other thing I worked on a little bit while I was away, I actually finished up the dark blue of my 3 Feet of Sheep, because I took my spinning wheel to Florida with me to show my mother-in-law, because they partially helped pay, part of it was my anniversary gift for them. So there's that. I had to start a new bobbin because this was kind of getting full, so I got a chain ply that. So let's do stash next. So I got my order from Everyday Stitcher on Facebook. I don't know. So if you just go on Facebook and search the Everyday Stitcher, you can find the group. She does some really good felted needle minders. She's got a couple of the pendant, but mostly she has the small circle. So I got the first part of my order from her. I just grabbed some of them because I didn't want to grab all of the order because I might have ordered a bunch. The first one is, I've got the 2 that are on my Disney one, and then I have this one which says, "Will you just let me knit in peace?" This has to be my favorite, one of my favorites. Oops, sorry. Dropping needle minders. It says knitting PhD in knitting. I'm working on my projects half done. She was able to get the Disney logo with Starbucks logo with Snow White that says Poison Apple Cider, so I had to have that. She had a whole sheet that were pumpkin spice themed, so I had to get I think one of the sheet because I've got it on something else. So I've got pumpkin spice junkie. I love pumpkin everything. Pumpkin spice latte, please. And I love pumpkin spice season. This one I want. This one. Okay. So she had the whole set of states like this, so it says Vermont Girl, which I'm always gonna, that's how, I'm a Vermonter. It doesn't matter where I'm gonna live, I'm always gonna think of Vermont as home. I got a M in actually knit stitch. This one is another one of my favorites. This is sweater weather. Book lover. And one of the last ones I actually have sitting here, it says Let's Go Rangers. I've actually got 4 Ranger ones from her. So there are those. Oh, and then I am slowly stitching up full coverage stained glass princess pieces. So she had actually the artwork for each of them, so I picked up them, and that's the Pocahontas that I have actually going. And then I also got a Mulan one, because I'm trying to make sure I have enough of the princess ones, because I do a lot of the princess designs and I use 3 or 4 per project. As I said, I was in Florida last week, went down and visited my in-laws for 3 days, and then we drove over to outside of Naples to visit a friend, and then drove up to Tampa. Well, on the drive up to Tampa, my husband was nice enough to actually stop at a Good Yarn. So there I picked up a skein of their exclusive colorway, which is Beaded Starfish. This is a Miss Babs Woodberry, which is 65% merino, 35% Tassel silk, 400 yards. So it's a nice fingering. I got a skein that had the very little of the green, because there were actually more that had the green in it. I wanted more of the reds and oranges. I picked up, surprise, surprise, hot pink. This is Hedgehog, a sock mini, in their colorway Jelly. And then the other thing I picked up there was some Into the World yeah, I'm not speaking. I can't speak. So there's that. This is 80% merino, 20% Tussle silk. I was trying to get things that I can't get here, and Miss Babs isn't sold in any of my yarn shops up here, and neither is Into the World. I did pick up another skein at a Good Yarn, but can't show it because it's a birthday present for somebody. And I love their bag. It actually has threads coming out of the top. And then yesterday morning, my dad had driven down to Tampa to actually visit with us for a couple hours before we flew home. And we were trying to think of something to do, so I looked up to see if there's any yarn shops in Tampa, and I found one. So him and I went to Roxy's Yarn in Tampa, and I picked up this lovely skein of the Fiber Seed, which is actually, this is the Beach Party. This is, the dyer lives about a mile from the yarn shop. There's a couple yarn shops actually carry it, so I thought it was a neat. And then I also got, with purchase, she gave me this cute stitch marker. So this is a big skein. It is 90% merino, superwash merino, 10% nylon, but it's 480 yards and it's 135 grams. So it's on the bigger side. I don't know what I'm doing with it. I think I'm going to actually do something for my nieces out of it because I just like, it seems like a little kid color. Actually, you know what? I might knit hat for me and the girls out of it. That's what's going to happen with it. I'm going to find a nice pattern to do that. But it was fun to sit there and chat with the owners of actually both shops. Were really nice. I just walked around. I'm not a big going in, I went in, looked around. I probably stayed half hour at a good yarn, but I knew what I wanted before I even walked in, because I hate making my husband actually wait while I wander store picking things up, putting it down. And then when I went to Roxy's yesterday, they had the display of Fiber Seed right there as you walked in with Madtosh and some Malabrigo. They had other hand dyers, but it's fun to pick up something local when you travel. So that is all I've been working on for the last 2 weeks, week and a half, whatever it's been since I recorded. So hope everybody has a good bit before until I record next. Bye.